Hi, I hope you're well. So today I'm going to talk about how I've been using the A5 Daily Duo that was released from Erin Condren, and I've been using it for a few weeks now, so let's get started. Right, so for everyone that follows Erin Condren, you know this, but basically they released their Daily Duo line, Daily Duo LifePlanner, in an A5 version this year, and it comes just like the larger one in 2 sections, but it's A5. And I put my tabs on and made it a bit more neutral. But today I'm going to talk, now that I've been using it a couple of weeks, like I said, I'm going to talk about how I've been using it. So let's open it up and I'll show you. I can't show you the first monthly page, unfortunately, because I put some information about bills on it, but I'll show you the August monthly. Okay, so for this planner I've been using, now at the start I had washi in it, and this is Believe You Can, and you're halfway there and then ready for a fresh start. I was just getting myself in a new mindset, but at the minute, and not, well, one, because my stickers are all packed, but two, because that's the way I normally plan functionally anyway. I've been using a ruler, a Tombow correction tape, Zig colour dot markers. These are not the only colours I have, I just lifted a couple to do what I'm doing today, but yeah, Zig clean colour dot markers. Sometimes I use the Erin Condren dual tip markers, but not very often. I mainly stick to these and MildLiners. Speaking of, I use MildLiners, and again in different colours. I just have a grey here today, and then I use this pen, and this is the oh my goodness, excuse me when I cough. The Pentel Energel Cleaner in 0.5. This is actually like a luxury one that you can get. I have it in silver and in purple, and it comes only in 0.7, but I took the ink out and put in a 0.5 because I definitely prefer that. So that's the tools. So what I do is I put a MildLiner down here, and you'll see it becomes more of a defined pattern when I get used to using it, whereas this was all trial and error. So let me show you these and flick to where I've actually got into the swing of what I'm doing. So as you can see, you can fit a lot in it. You know, going forward I was considering, you know, having more room, because I'm really considering using this planner as my only planner in the sense of function. I'll still have my other planner, you know, the desktop one that I keep for life and all that there, but this will contain YouTube, maybe budget, my everyday life, you know, stuff like that, so it's completely functional. So I'll not have a separate YouTube planner. But anyway, what was I talking about that for? Yes, because I was considering getting the bigger size, but when you fill this out, and you can see from this spread, it does fit quite a lot. Anyhow, and you can see this is a Saturday, and I haven't done the highlight of my work hours. And normally when I'm working, and I can see this wasn't a very busy day, but I would just have my team meetings in here and my work schedule, and then the actual life to-dos would go here, and I'm usually doing stuff for home down here and up there and stuff. So there is an element, even though I've got into a routine of how I use it, there is an element of flexibility that I can change about. Right, we'll start from here. So what I do is up here I put a little checklist for whether I have had breakfast and my vitamins. Then I'll have a MildLiner down here marking my work hours, and I'll mark when I have my lunch and dinner. Like I said, then I'll have any meetings put here and my actual work schedule here, and then I have, sometimes I'll do to-dos down here, depending, you know, if my work list was really big, I'd do personal down here or vice versa. But whenever they're not, I can put them both in the same place. So that's my home to do and that's my work to do. And then anything I do at night goes down there. And then in relation to YouTube, I'm able to put what goes live in here. And then I also have been doing Instagram. So as you can see, I have my Instagram post, and that's like a wee reminder of what to post. And I have one for here, and then my YouTube video, and so on and so on. And that has really been keeping me on check. With YouTube, they're already scheduled, but it reminds me what's going live that night. Instead of getting up that morning, and you know, I do have a plan. I plan my Instagram out to keep me, you know, shocker, I'm a planner. But I plan it out to try to keep me on track. It's been really helpful to have it here, because normally what I do for YouTube is I use the monthly layout for YouTube, and I have the schedule, it's all scheduled out of what I'm going to do and when. Now I don't have that in here. I took the months out for in here because I'm doing it in my 8x10 soft bound, but as I'm saying, going forward next year I might do that and put YouTube in the daily geo, and that way I have everything in one planner. Yeah, but basically on my monthly planner, or my monthly layout, I do the YouTube schedule, but then that means that I don't have anywhere on the daily or weekly or whatever planner I'm using to check myself, to remind myself what's happening, basically. So that goes up there. Yeah, and then so I continue that with them up here, and vitamins, and you can see I now have some where it is standard. So what I might try going forward, which I haven't been doing, is to go through at the start of the week and put in these checklists and highlight my work hours. I'll see, you know, and put in the lunch line, so I don't have to do that in the morning. Yep, so I actually was sick on Thursday night. Sorry if I seem a bit funny today. I had a wonderline this morning because was working yesterday, and then I was just I really needed it, basically. So yeah, that is how I've been using it. And what I do is, I'll show you now my Saturday. Whenever I get up, and it's usually when I'm sitting at my desk to work, I will sit and I'll put my 2 dots for breakfast and lunch, but like I said, I might start doing that in advance. Highlight my work hours, put in when I'm going to take lunch, put in all my meetings. If I have anything that, as you can see, these are all put in when I'm planning for YouTube and Instagram for the week. And this is pre-put in at the end of every month to remind me to record my social stats, because quite a lot of the time I would forget and do it like maybe on the 1st or something. So that's something I'm going to have to do today. But I just sit and plan out my day in the morning on a blank canvas. And that's what I've been doing. But the idea of daily planning is to sit down in the morning or the night before, whatever is easier, and plan out your day rather than doing it at the start of the week. Doing your pre-plan as a weekly planner, that's what a daily's for. And that's how I've been using it. As you can see, it's pretty simple, to be honest with you. And even though the layout is pretty standard, and you know, there's the odd shift, like here I use the odd sticker. Sometimes there isn't very much in on the day, and other times it's very full. But it's just like here I used it as a to buy instead of to do. Yeah, I mean, this day's pretty empty. Just whatever works for you, definitely. So I'm going to do today's plans, and I'll let you see what that's like. So I'm going to mark here. Okay, right then, now I got up and I set up my YouTube thing because I had it packed. I had to reshift my plan for YouTube videos that are going up. So, and I've done that. I know that later I need to record my stats, so let's see. I'm going to work on YouTube for a bit. Don't know how long it'll take. So I'm going to just put in a dot, I think, rather than a line. So here I've got, and then what I'll do when I finish I'll do an arrow underneath here, down to when I actually finished. So then over here, I'm going to put that I need to, let's put it about here in case I need some more to-dos. So for YouTube, I need to, oh, and I always highlight the week we're on. There. I need to film, edit, upload. In fact, I'm going to break it down even further. Film, edit, download, as in put the footage from the camera to my computer. Really should have been the other way around, but ah well. Upload and schedule. Then description and thumbnail. Yeah, and then what else? I need to do a grocery shop, and speaking of grocery shop, I need to get myself something to eat. I haven't ate all day. Sorry if I'm not my usual self, but like I said, I was sick. I just felt really weird on Thursday night. It came out of nowhere. I was perfectly fine, and then I started to feel really hot, and you know that feeling where you just know I'm going to be sick. But today then I'm just sunked, and I don't know whether it's just a build up of everything. Them with being busy at work. I'm disappointed that we're not moving. I'm sitting staring at my house completely ready to go, and I just want to go, and basically I'm just not myself. So I'm sorry about that. So, you know, I just find this so useful. I, you know, will maybe put down here what film I'm watching tonight. If, you know, my husband's away to watch the bikes, it's Armoy bike race, and he's got tickets to it. So if we sit and watch a film together, I'll put it down here. This has been keeping me really organised. I love getting up and having a look at my day at the start of my day, but not necessarily filling in every single detail, because as you can see, this bottom part's blank because I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet this evening, and I had nothing. Everything that I had set to do doesn't necessarily need to be done at a certain time. So yeah, this is how I've been using my daily geo. Here I'm going to use it for my notes for moving. You'll see that in plans into action. And then here I've been putting the birthdays up here to remind me whose birthday's when. And here I've been putting a rough thing because I actually keep my watch hours in my main decorative planner and all my stats, but it's just handy to have somewhere to scribble them down because, like, for example, it's packed, so I can't put it in. So I'll be able to keep a note of it here when I'm sitting on my computer, and then I can put it in the main planner later. Here, last month I used it for the bills, to organise my bills, but I'm not using it for that this month. And I can't remember, I think I put annual leave here, but it turned out that that just wasn't really a necessary thing to use that square for, but I am going to keep playing about and try to find something functional to use for those two sections. And then, like I said, you know, I don't have the monthlies, I ripped them out, but going forward I think I might put my YouTube schedule into them. So thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you next time. Hopefully I'll not be at the low end of my battery energy the next time you see me. Bye.